He started far away from wine with a bit of medicine, modeling, and then seizing South Africa's re-entry into the world in the 90s, bringing South African wines to America. He's equal part entrepreneur, storytelling, and bridge builder between South Africa and the world. Welcome, Andre Shearer.
Mandela was remarkable that evening. The Waldorf was packed with all the top folks in the world who'd all flown in for this first public appearance of his abroad. And there was no follow-up. The government literally got in the plane and went home. And the National Foreign Trade Council said, well, where are all the business delegations? Where are all the connections being made? And it was my first, and sadly has remained the benchmark, that we haven't really taken the time to understand that the marketing of our nation's ethos and our branding is vitally important to the consumer. One thing I will tell you guys, I am so blessed to have had the experience of building a business in the United States. Now, building a business in New York City, again, if you want to choose the worst place in your life to go and set up shop when you have no idea what you're doing, choose New York City, for crying out loud. I mean, I could go to Kansas City and I could have made a success in a dorpy. I went to flipping New York City thinking we're going to build a business. I mean, let me tell you, yes, but I learned everything I know about business from New Yorkers and Americans. And I haven't been diddled. We've never not been paid. I cannot even tell you the luxury of being able to run a business where the ethics was generally outstanding. The work ethic of the team that I've hired over the years has been amazing. And Americans work hard. There's no shortage of willingness amongst the people to get out and do something. So I think that, again, just to answer your question in a very long-winded way, I think the early days, it was just exhaustion from desperation because you just want so badly to make something work. And so the dark days are thinking you might not succeed. And so firstly, I think you have to be committed. I mean, you really have to be committed. You can't pretend. Secondly, you have to be consistent. You've got to show up when you might not want to show up. You've got to do that every day. And then you have to, in context, you've got to inspire. If in any way, shape, or form you're blessed with a leadership position, your job is to lead by example. And Cobus made that point early on. We've never shied away, my wife nor I, in our businesses of doing anything and everything needed, from cleaning the toilets down to hosting somebody at a chairman's meeting. Something else Cobus said too that's fundamental is, if you live with the negativity of all your wounds and histories and scars over the time, you then bring the world down around you. You've got to use those historic moments as learning curves. They can frame your better decision-making going forwards, but you have to always live with the hope that what you are doing today is potentially going to make a difference. You've got to be able to use today's trajectory well. I'd hire somebody who's played professional rugby because you've been through the mix. You've done the hard work. You're not afraid of doing that. And I think that's part of selecting a team, is trying to figure out who's going to be with you in that scrum, in that push, in that slog, and it's going to have your back. Those are the people that you want on your team. My brother and I, Gary, we drive around the wine industry watching parents, drunk parents with kids in tow all over the Western Cape. And when I used to raise the topic to the industry players at the time, I was told it's legacy. And I was like, well, we have a legacy. What do we do with a legacy? So the children in our system have a 92% average on the 5 metrics. The country's average is 46, and 80% of our fourth graders cannot read for meaning. Now, if any human being with half a brain thinks you're going to build an economy on that, I can tell you right now, you're not.